Welcome to the Michigan Travel Show, a kaleidoscope of stories about the people, places, and events that shape our great state.
What do you think about when you think about coming to Mackinac Island? You think horses, you think bicycles, but the first thing you think about is fudge. And with us is Bob Benser, who owns the original Murdicks Fudge. Wow, what a cool story.
Hi, yeah, well, welcome to Mackinac Island and the original Murdicks Fudge, and we've been doing it for 128 years, so we're celebrating our 128th summer this summer. So we go back to 1887 when the Grand Hotel was being built, and we've been doing it ever since. So I've been involved in the family business for, a good 20 plus years, and I used to make fudge right here when I was only this high, when I was 13, 14 years old. So a lot of memories in this store. My dad got to know Mr. Murdick kind of way back in the 50s. He worked like right next door is the old Tasty Freeze, and it's only a 20 by 20 building. And my dad kind of worked in the back and then ran the front selling ice cream cones and hamburgers and hot dogs, that kind of thing. So he got to know Mr. Murdick. When Mr. Murdick went to sell, he was fond of my father, and my father had helped him out, and he sold it to my dad. So and I'm a second generation, and I did some other things before I got involved in the business here. So yeah, that's a little bit of my story.
Well, what a fun story. And I also want to ask you, you were mentioning a little bit earlier, the story of how the fudge first started here and its connection with Mackinac Island's Grand Hotel.
Yeah, it is interesting, okay? So we think fudge originated on the east coast of this country, really back with some of the Ivy League schools competing on who could make the best fudge, the most unique flavor. So this was in the 1850s, 1860s, if you can believe that. And then, so we think the recipes originated on the East Coast, and then Mr. Murdick moved to Metro Detroit, and then with the beginning of tourism, into northern Michigan, he moved his fudge operation to Petoskey, Michigan. But he was also a sail maker. He made sails for sailboats. So the Grand Hotel hired him to build the canvases, make the canvas awnings for the Grand Hotel. And so they moved here, Henry Murdick, along with his wife Sarah, and Sarah made fudge and did her fudge making here again in 1887 while Mr. Murdick worked at the Grand Hotel. So if it wasn't for the Grand Hotel, you could say fudge may not be the phenomena that it is today, but it's popular, across the country for sure. Usually in destinations, we have some stores out in Martha's Vineyard, and it's just summertime fudge. It's fun, and I guess that's why it's popular. Plus, who doesn't like fudge,
And it's a perfect gift to take home to all the people who couldn't come with us to Mackinac Island.
Yeah, we do have a lot of people that they certainly buy fudge and brittle and other treats here, but they ship a lot home. It's a nice little piece of the island to send home. We do fudge at the holidays, so we actually open this store and another store we have down the street, and we make fudge for a good couple of weeks and ship it all over the country. So yeah, pretty cool. And it's kind of fun coming up here in the wintertime because it's it's beautiful in the summer for sure, but it's a unique island in the winter as well.
One of the things you're really known for is different flavors. How do you start a new flavor and keep the old recipe going?
Well, we keep the same, base recipe for the most part, and using all natural ingredients. Many of the ingredients are right here in Michigan. The sugar, pure Michigan sugar, butter, cream. Even our packaging is made here in Michigan, so we're proud of that. But we'll just take the base recipe, and myself and my general manager and some of the other guys that have worked here for a while, we'll just kind of mess around with different flavors. You can find things online, get an idea maybe from an ice cream, what they're doing with ice cream, and try to do it in fudge. So we experiment a lot, and then we'll run like a contest on Facebook, and get feedback from our customers, or even when they come into the store, we do that as well. So we usually have a flavor every year, a new flavor every year, and my favorite's double chocolate, just for the record, and all the other ones pretty much too. But
Oh, that's got to be the king of them anyway.
Yeah, you can't beat double chocolate. Or sea salt caramel is really popular. Chocolate peanut butter, so yeah.
Yeah, salt and caramel really has sort of permeated a lot of other kinds of products like popcorn and stuff too. So
yeah, I mean caramel, whatever. It's the hot thing. That's the trend right now. But sea salt and caramel is a big deal. So that we've been doing that for 3 years, and but we use caramel in our turtle fudge. It has walnuts and pecans in it. So caramel just works well with fudge. It works well with ice cream, and who doesn't like caramel? So.
One of the flavors you've had recently, the last couple of years, had honey in it.
We did a pure Michigan honey butter fudge, and so it's kind of our base recipe like we talked about earlier, but we added Michigan honey. It was really good, but we really, because the size of the store, as you can see, it's not huge, so we only offer like 18 flavors, so we have to kind of rotate them out. It was popular, but we thought, we'll rotate it back in next year or whatever, yeah.
Like Ben & Jerry's has a retired ice cream cemetery. Do you have one of those?
What now?
Retired cemetery for the former flavors.
No, we just kind of throw it back into the Great Lakes. The fish love it, So.
One of the things I've always wondered is why marble? Why does fudge work best on marble?
Yeah, that's an easy one. Marble is just it's a hard surface, as you know, but it's also very porous. So it takes the heat out of the fudge. So when we pour the fudge onto the marble tables, it's about 240 degrees. So that's why we use marble. It cleans up nicely. It's pretty, all of that. So marble's a great product. Marble and copper kettle, that's kind of how we get her done, So.
Couple of great products themselves. Well, Bob, it's really been fun talking to you about fudge, and now I'm getting hungry. I have to go try something.
Well, let's have some fudge. We already had dinner, so let's have a little dessert. That's what we do on Mackinac, and thanks for coming up to visit. So.
You're welcome.